Yeah, it's continuing my form from our summer. It's fantastic that I can contribute to the team's success, and hopefully I can keep doing that in the future. And at the moment, we're to come out and get 6 wickets, and that would make me much happier. I'll let you answer that question. I'm just elated that I'm in good form. I'm playing, I'm probably am playing the best cricket I've had in my career so far. It's fantastic to feel like when you go out there you can take on the world's best as I have so far, and it's an amazing feeling. But it would be better if we win this game. Yeah, sometimes I think that when I do deliver something in the media, I probably do say it in a way where it does get I do get misunderstood. But that's how I've been brought up. I've been brought up to be honest. I'm always going to continue to be honest and not cross that line. I want to keep working on my ability to do that and not give you guys ammo to write things. Yeah, you don't always want to play like that, but when there's a little bit of extra pressure on, I do find another gear to change and to keep going. And I think it does help me sometimes, but I think the other thing is when I get out there and they start giving me a little bit of banter, I love that I'm in the contest then. If they're not going to talk to me when I'm out there, I'll try and niggle at them. I'll try and say something when I bat. But I've sort of ventured away from that because now I've given ammo out in the media or in previous games. So I love it when they come at me to challenge. Yeah, obviously the issue last time was that the ball wasn't reversing in Adelaide. So we've got that in our advantage, but we still got to come out tomorrow and play our best cricket. We've got to bowl stump to stump. We've got to play boring cricket. We know that they're not going to go after the runs. They're probably just going to bang it back to the bowler. So we have to really work hard. We're going to have to try and create some chances. We've done that in the past where we have done so, but we've got to come out strong and take these 6 wickets, and hopefully we can get an early one in the morning. But when things are happening, it's good. But an hour and a half on the clock left to go, and they're blocking them, and they're not running the twos where there's twos, but that's how they have to play. They're not going to go for the runs. You can see that, and we got to bowl well, and we have to do that. And when there's a hint of reverse, that's when the guys will get up. We're always up in the field, but if there's a little sniff there, we're going to go real hard. And credit to James Patterson, the way he bowled in that spell. It's fantastic. He got that breakthrough of Amla. Yeah, it's always handy when someone bowls 150 kilometres an hour, in a way. But I just think, the way that we're both at our stage of our careers, we don't go out there and think that these guys are going to retire. That's the thing. So, whether it was, the form that, might have brought that down with Graeme Swann or, Graeme Smith, we will never know that. But all we can do is keep playing the best to our ability. And I think it's going to happen in time as well. With the Indians did the same thing, Dravid and Laxman and them retired as well. So, we're coming through at the age where the other guys, the older guys, are starting to probably push on a little bit and looking for other careers after cricket. I honestly can't answer that because I didn't know myself. When I was out there, we were given notice. We were given, looked in probably 15 overs we were given. And then I think 500 was probably our ball mark or our benchmark. If we could get there within that 15 overs, it would have been fantastic. And we eventually got there. And then I wasn't too sure if it was just before tea or what we're going to do. So just had to keep batting and getting 500. Yeah, it just goes back to that conversation I've had with Virender Sehwag. He said to me that I'll be a better Test cricketer than shorter format because all the fielders are in close, which is, if you're going to take on fast bowling and the best bowling in the world, you have to try and score runs. And with my game, I look to attack first before I'm defending. And that's the way I've always played my cricket, and that's always how I will play my cricket. Yeah, I think I do feel respected. I think the other thing is, though, is they know if they miss their mark that I'm going to, start going after them as well. So I still got to be careful and respect the bowler in the conditions that we face as well. With the conditions that we've had here, the wickets have been probably batter friendly, but I've known in my game and trusted my game that I can go after the bowlers. When we're bowling?
Yeah, you got to go real early.
Well, the advantage is, no disrespect to Mitchell Johnson, but he always hits one side consistently with the seam always on an angle. He always hits one side consistently. And generally what happens when there's no swing, you bowl cross seam. You try and, as much as you can, keep digging it into the wicket. The bowlers, you generally bowl their bouncers cross seam, try and do that as much as they can. And then we let it go and we have a look at the seam, if one side's rough or one side's smoother, and which one's more abrasive. So then we can try and bring up the other side. So then we go to work and try and shine the other side up, keep it polished, and then you got to keep it in the air. Otherwise, if you see some of the guys when they throw it from the boundary and the fielders go off at the guy who's thrown it, it's because it smooths over the rough side and you don't want that. So that's why we keep it up in the air. Yeah, well, it just happens, you know. If the ball doesn't get rough enough on one side when you're bowling cross seam, it doesn't work, and that's what happened to us in PE. We weren't able to do that because of the conditions, and the outfield was a bit damp.